Hey, hello, it's John here for another A50 tutorial, and this tutorial we are going to be making some more 2D game art, and it's going to be a rotating planet. So I'm inside Photoshop and I've set my canvas to a 21:9 ratio, so like widescreen but wider. And this tutorial is actually comes as part of like a request. I received a request to make this. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a fun challenge. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make the surface of the planet. And so the surface of the planet is, I'm just going to go like, sort of like Mars sort of effect, and it doesn't really have to be sort of much of anything precise. It can be quite random. So I've got this crazy brush, and I'm just going to play with a couple of options in here. So we'll have a look at the sort of shape dynamics. So if you sort of look at the effect that it's going to have down here, make that a bit weirder, play with the angle to give it sort of a bit more of a mountainousness. And we've got the scatter, so sort of like how much it's going to move around. Let's play with the color dynamics, so we don't need to mess with the hue. Yeah, saturation, brightness, purity, this should be good. And should we add a bit of noise as well? Oh, we can't edit that one. Let's add some noise. Let's see how that looks. Alright, it's like every time we're sort of clicking that now, we're getting a bit different. So let me just Control Z them, and let's go Neptune-esque, and create sort of like a Neptune-esque range. And we don't really want to go anywhere near the sides for this, because yeah, obviously the thing's going to sort of loop, so we want to try and avoid the sides on that. And that's, yeah, it looks sort of like alright. And yeah, it's like I say, we don't have to be too precious about this, we don't have to be too precise. So this is my general landmass. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my eraser, which again I'm just going to set up on like sort of the same brush. I'm just going to sort of like cut into it. Note on this one, I'm going to use a lower opacity, and this should, let's sort of cut inwards on that a bit. Maybe give ourselves like a bit of an orient, break off like a mountain sort of selection. And again, like I say, we're not looking to be precious about this. I just realised I did all this on the background layer, and I wanted to do it on the above layer, but that's fine. I can work around that. I wanted to create this on a new layer, so I've got the alpha underneath, but it shouldn't matter too much. Cool. There we go. We've sort of loosely got a style now. Alright, at this point, let's sort of make it a bit more unique by going into filter. Let's just go to our filter gallery, and at this point, we're just going to like just start adding filters. So I'm going to start down at the bottom, and let's sort of have a look around, see sort of what's going to look good. That one looks nice. It's quite planety. But then I also like this one because we're going to be working from far away. So I'm going to add that and click the new one down here, and let's add this one as well. But sort of play with it a bit. Yeah, that one's better. Awesome. And let's just keep going. Let's just add a few of these. What else can we get? That one's quite nice because it looks like it sort of gives us a bit of a water effect. Nice, that gives us a bit of relief. So like I say, I'm just just going through these to see what looks quite nice. And we've definitely got a bunch of options in here. Which one did I say so look nice? I don't think it was glass. Yeah, it was this one. And what you pick can, so it's down to you. What, so like depending on like what kind of effect you want, how much effect you want that to take place. And so just like toggle between these. Actually I don't like the tone edges anymore. Yeah, the tone edges were ruining it. And what about anything else? What about anything else? The glow so gives it a nice sort of rigid look to it. I think I like that. I think I like this accented edges. So it looks like it's going to give us a bit more of a mountain range. So like looks like we've got like loads more mountains around. Nice, that's quite good. And shall we call that that? What about a diffuse glow? No, that's fine. We'll take off the diffuse glow. Cool, and I'm going to hit OK on that. Awesome, let's add another layer on top. And I'm just going to hit Alt backspace to create this. Let's just try adding some noise then. Yeah, there we go. The noise. Now we've got this sort of fuzziness about it. So I really like the idea because we look at it from a big distance. We've got the fuzzy. And let's just have a quick look around here and until we find one that looks cool. Let's try swapping these around. Let's put the planet on top and then we'll change the blend mode in this one. I think the colour burn looks quite good on that. If I left that as an alpha, that would have been a lot sort of better to play with. Cool. So I'm going to save this as a PNG. And now that I've saved it as a PNG, I'm going to jump in After Effects and throw this together. So import, and I've imported that. I'm just going to drag it and I'll make my canvas out of this. That's fine. And the effect that we're going to put on here is a perspective effect, which we're going to call CC Sphere. And let's slap up that radius a little bit, make our planet a bit bigger. And let's keyframe a rotation in. So over 2 seconds, rotate 1. And cool. Let's spice this up a little bit more by putting a quick sky down. So just hit Control Y for that, or you can just click on a layer and create an effect. So I just sort of want to see how this is going to loosely look with a quick background. And on this one, I'm just going to put a starburst, just to give us the effect. I mean, way too much stars, but we get the idea of, seeing what this is going to look like. Man, that is way too much stars. Oops, wrong way. That's better. Yeah, it's looking pretty cool. And as you can see, sort of like the effects that we've put on there sort of make this look like, you know, we've got that rigidness about it. But we've got a few more options. Let's go in and play with it. So we can play with the lighting and the shading, and you know that's gonna like really bring it out sort of one side. But it's more the shading. I feel like it's too dark on the dark side of the planet. It's gonna bring up the ambience. Then we got the diffuse we can sort of play with. I don't think we don't want that much specular. Roughness we're gonna want a lot of. Metal, no. And reflective, I don't think we're going to want any reflective. So that's looking quite good, but let's put an emboss on there. Let's go for a cooler emboss. But what I want from this would be to really sort of like bring out some of the different tones. So you see how like almost the more we do that, it looks like it's really giving it a lot more sort of height on the mountains. It looks a bit weird up there, but you know, we can sort of really get that and just try and find like the right balance on that. I'm going to just blend that in a little bit more. And I've just swapped them around so that the emboss is on top. I'm just playing with that number until we get it looking good. Cool. So there we go. We've created a quick sort of simple planetary effect. And for sake of test, I thought, you know, let's have a quick look what this would look like with a few of us. So I'm going to just quickly replace this file with a few of my other examples. So this is what we've got with like a more green planet approach. So again, I wanted to sort of try like different things, and let's go for one more, and then yeah, one more type. Go for like, went for a bit more of a Mars on this one, and yeah, that's looking pretty cool. I think to help sell this, let's just put a teeny tiny rotation on it. In fact, we'll do that in the actual sphere. Not that way. Now let's put a rotation down here, just so it's not spinning on that perfect axis. And we'll hide you and you. In fact, what we'll do is we'll create a group out of you guys. And here, I'm going to hit Control K. Make my screen size 512 by 512. And press S for scale. Let's say to like 22. How's that? No, we want to go bigger. Let's try 40. 40 should do. Cool. And at this point, I'm ready to make my sprite sheet out of it. So now I've got my sheet set up. I can create a sprite sheet, or as usual, like I said in the other videos, hit Control M and set yours up as a PNG sequence with alpha. So yeah, there you go. We made a 2D planet that looks sort of 3D, looks got that high sense of realism to it. And what I need to do is I'm going to make these sprite sheets as well as the other 2D video tutorial sprite sheets available for you guys to sort of like download, probably through our website as well. Cool, so if you found that useful, which I'm sure you have, thanks for watching, and please like, subscribe, all that usual stuff. Thanks for your time.